Speaking to Morning Live. Robbie, let's start with you. Can you take us back to what it was like 2001, the final, the vibe, and maybe an indication of what we can expect tomorrow?
Yeah, it was a fantastic occasion, and I suppose one realises how difficult it is to win a Currie Cup, let alone playing a final, let alone win a Currie Cup, because as you say, it's been a dozen years since Cape Town last hosted it. Look, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. I think the whole city is sort of revved for it, and playing against the Sharks obviously makes for a wonderful event, and hopefully a great occasion for both sides. And obviously we're hoping Western Province perform on the day.
All right, Stefan, now you've been on a winning Sharks side in a match like this. Will the Sharks be able to cause an upset tomorrow? Because, of course, the Western Province are unbeaten this season.
It will certainly be an upset if they manage to win this game. You're absolutely right. The Western Province have played unbelievable rugby this season, and you know, they are unbeaten, and some of their best players are in top form. You know, it counts for a lot when you go into a final. Of course, underdog tag for the Sharks supporters and for the Sharks team. You know, it will be a major upset, but you know, it's a final, and you ask Rob, you ask any guys who played in a final before, anything can happen on the day.
Robbie, the tide five of both teams are of the highest quality. Is this where the game is going to be won and lost?
Yeah, I think that's where the platform is established. And of course, you have to ensure that your first phase possession is very good. I suppose you have to dominate the collisions. You have to make sure you make no mistakes. And then ultimately, it's about your kicker. And I think possibly that's where Province might have the upper hand in that Katrakilis kicks particularly well, and he doesn't miss many. Lambie's a fantastic rugby player, but on occasion he tends to miss the odd kick. So listen, there's going to be nothing in it. The tight fives are pretty similar. With Willem Albert's back, I suppose we're a bit nervous about that, because what he does is pretty much the best in the world at. So yeah, it's going to be close up front, and I think again it's about the kicking that ultimately will win this game.
Would you second that, Stefan, that it is going to come down to the kicking and the kickers?
Yeah, I agree with Rob wholeheartedly. You know, it starts up front, and Rob's used to be a forward. I used to be a back, and our backs hate to admit it, but you know, that's where it starts, and that's more often than not where it ends. So whoever gets the upper hand up front will make it a lot easier for their backs. I agree 100% with Rob there. You know, Lambie, there's Katrakilis, there's so many good players in both teams, and it'll make for an absolutely scintillating final. Maybe at this end right now, you know, Province probably have the slight upper hand. As I said, Sharks definitely underdogs in this battle, but you know, it's a final and anything can happen.
Robbie, just how much does a Currie Cup winners medal actually mean? I'm going to pose this question to the two of you. How much does that winners medal mean to a player?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, I think Stefan's got probably a couple of them in his lounge, but you look at two of Province's best known players in De Villiers and Berg, and they haven't competed in a final, let alone win one. So for two of South Africa's legends not to have that in their cabinet yet it just pretty much sums it up. I mean, every young boy is desperate for a Currie Cup final and medal. So it means a massive amount to them. And I suppose in that respect, I'm a bit nervous when it comes to Province, because they've had two semi-finals at home at Newlands in Super Rugby, and they haven't performed. So that's the one, for me, the one chink in their armour. Can they handle the pressure tomorrow afternoon at 5:30?
You mentioned the pressure. Just what is it like at Cauldron Newlands? I mean, most would say that it should assist the home team, not put too much debilitating pressure on them.
Yeah, I guess if you ask me who would win the game at a neutral venue between the Sharks and Province, I wouldn't be able to name a side. Whereas when you're playing at home, Stefan will tell you it's worth, I'd say, anywhere from 5 to 10 points. So it is a massive advantage to Western Province, and they've worked hard to get the home final. So, you know, I'd say, summing it up, that's pretty much where you're at. It's worth 5 points, and finals are very close, as everybody well knows. So that could be sort of the deciding factor at the depth, the home ground advantage.
All right, Robbie's mentioned just how much a Currie Cup winner's medal means to a player. For you, Stefan, if you have to kind of wrap it up nicely to say just how much that medal means and how much it'll mean to the players at the Sharks outfit.
Well, I'm an ex-player now, and so if you don't believe me, go see if you can find a Skalkberger, go and see if you can find a John de Villiers, as Rob mentioned. They've never won a Currie Cup before, they've won a World Cup before. This is something really, really special. You see the way they play tomorrow with their hearts on their sleeves, trying to get that medal, trying to lift that trophy, have a beer out of the cup. It's very, very special.
Okay, now I've got to ask, before we wrap this interview up, predictions, Stefan. What do you predict the score to be tomorrow?
Oh, it's a very, very tough one. You know, there is absolutely... I've tried to reason it out with so many people over the last few weeks. Should Western Province and the Sharks play in the final? There is absolutely no rugby reason that I can give you why Province should not win this game. They're playing at home. They're the form team. Rob spoke about the hometown advantage, 5 to 10 points. The only reason for the Sharks is that they've got absolutely no pressure on them. No one gives them much of a chance to win this game. The pressure will be on Western Province, and therefore, you know, the Sharks could cause an upset. But if I'd say that, can the Sharks win this? Yes, they can. Will they win this game? I think probably not.
All right, so you're not going to be putting your money anywhere just yet. Robbie, what do you predict the scoreline to be tomorrow?
Look, it's going to be very close. I'd say anywhere from 3 to 10 points. But touching again on the fact that we've got Katrakilis who's kicking particularly well at the moment and the home ground advantage. I don't like to sort of make predictions, but I guess Province by 5 points.
Province by 5 points. All right, so that's what's coming from our rugby legends. To Robbie Brink and Stefan Terblanche, thank you very much for chatting to us here on Morning Live. Great to get your insights, and it's going to be a fantastic match tomorrow.